Hey, this is Mr. Knowles, and this is a mini lesson about drawing angles with a protractor. We've been learning about angles, angle measure in math class. So hopefully you remember the different kinds of angles. Do a quick review though. There's an angle here. I'm going to take my protractor and line it up. And you'll notice when we line this up, it's really important that your bullseye of your protractor, I'm highlighting it in yellow, is right there, right on that corner of the angle, and that I like to call it the zero line, is going right along one of the sides of the angle. That's really important. And now we can measure it. So I would, whoops, excuse me. And what I'm looking at is that angle right there. It's 90 degrees, and we call that a right angle. And what I've been having kids do is actually write the angle measure inside, and also saying that what kind is it? Is it right? Is it acute? Or is it obtuse? Let's go to this one over here. I'm going to line up my protractor like that the best I can, and you have to visualize, you have to understand this angle is smaller than 90. So when you look at the protractor, you have to look at that and say, okay, is it 45 or right here? Or is it between 130 and 140, which would be 135? So you have to understand that this angle is not open very much. It's open less than 90 degrees, so it's the smaller number. It's 45 degrees. So I can write that inside that angle. So I would write 45 degrees, and then I would also have you write acute. This last one is obtuse. It's opening really open wide, past 90 degrees. So what I'm looking at is right here, and I'm looking at between 130 and 140 because it's greater than 90. It's open wide. It's obtuse. So I would say that that's 135. Hey, that's what my protractor says too. I wasn't even looking at that. So I would make a habit of writing this inside the angle, labeling it obtuse so you get an idea of what you're doing. Okay, quick little tutorial there. We're going to move on. You're going to draw an angle. So we're going to draw a 90-degree angle. On graph paper, it's kind of easy. You could just draw right along the line. So the protractor has a nice flat edge. The edge is handy because you can use it to make nice straight lines. So do that, and then you have to lower your protractor a little bit to get it on the bullseye. Oops. Well, I guess we'll just have to do it this way. And find 90, which is up here. Put a dot above it. Then rotate your protractor edge. Move it over there. It's a very helpful tool. And then just run your pencil along there. That should be 90 degrees. Probably one of the easiest ones to draw. And just move it back over there and make sure that it's 90 degrees. Just double check your work. Whoops. It's going to be finicky with me. Here we go. So I'll just double check that it's 90. Move it on there. Yep, that's 90 degrees. That's a right angle. Say that's a right angle. And I would write 90 degrees inside. Let's draw a 60-degree angle. 60-degree angle would be looking like this. So I'm going to take my protractor, let's put it somewhere here, and begin by drawing a line, putting my bullseye on top, finding 60 over here, and what I have kids do is use that straight edge of the protractor to draw the straight line. We want to become really good at using the edges of the protractor, of rulers, getting in the habit of drawing things very accurately. Here's your 60-degree angle, and this is an acute angle because it's less than 90. Pull this away, you can see it. It doesn't hurt to double check. So I could move my protractor, put it back over there. Don't forget to line up that bullseye in there, right on the edge, and it's 60 degrees. All right, moving on. Let's draw a 120-degree angle. So, same process. Just run, draw a line there, put the bullseye down, that. Now what we want to do is make it nice, open and wide, greater than 90. So I'm going to put my dot over here. I'm going to rotate my protractor so I can get that nice straight edge to use to draw my line. Let's see, might be right. Line it up. It's a lot trickier with all this virtual stuff instead of the real thing. Run my pencil along there. Move my protractor out of the way for a minute. Always put arrows on the ends. This is obtuse. It's greater than 90. And if you just want to double check, take your protractor. And you're hoping that it's 120, right? I have my virtual one that measures it for me. You guys don't have that. And line it up. And yeah, it's pretty close, 120 degrees. Move this out of the way. Write your measure inside the angle. So that angle is 120 degrees, and it's obtuse. It's greater than 90. Let's do one more. 70-degree angle. It's less than 90 degrees, so we already know it's going to be acute. I take my protractor. Again, draw a line here. This time, though, I'm going to have it go the other way. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have my 70-degree angle go this way. So if I set this there, my bullseye there, best I can there. I'm going to put my dot right here on this side of my protractor. Oops. And then rotate my protractor there. Maybe like that. Move this out of the way for a minute. That angle's less than 90 degrees. That angle's 70 degrees. It's acute. It's just opening in a different way. Oops. So get in the habit of drawing them, opening in different directions and understanding that they're still the same angle measure. If I wanted to check it, I would just move my protractor right over it. I know that that's less than 90, so I know that's 70 degrees, and it's not 110 degrees. Keep practicing with your angles and drawing them and measuring them. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.